Hi everyone, today we're going to explore how Code Maestro can assist Unity developers in their day-to-day work and can uh, accelerate their coding and navigation across the project. So we'll dive into some common tasks and see how Code Maestro handle them. For that, I have a couple of sample projects here, and let's start with the first simple case. So let's imagine I'm a new developer who just joined the project, and I'm trying to figure out how a particular important module subsystem of the game works. So my example is the racing game. So I'll be asking about something like vehicle simulation, let's say. So let me ask CodeMaestro about an overview of the vehicle simulation feature because I don't really want to bother my team with all the questions, and I can just get all the details obtained from direct access to the code base of the project from Code Maestro. So let's see what it comes up with. Um, I've got here the list of different components and systems that are responsible for that functionality, and there are plenty of them. So it means that Code Maestro took a look on a set of scripts and files that contain class implementation, and it distilled the relevant ones. So I've got the vehicle smoothing system responsible for the smoothing of uh, the movements given the network nature of the game. I've got the vehicle authoring, I've got some other stuff here. It also covers me some items on the general functionality of the game, but everything is showcased with particular references to classes and their methods that contain implementation in my project, which is a good starter. Let's imagine that I want to go one step further and clarify something else. For example, I'm interested in a particular class. Which class is responsible for converting player inputs uh, into forces that move the vehicle? So I'll be assuming that that's a task I have in hand, and I actually need to have that figured out as well, so that I locate the right piece of my code that I'll be working with and I'll be extending it. And actually, Code Maestro should also have access to that and provide me with the right answer. And here we go. We've got the direction to the particular wheels vehicle input job within the vehicle input system, which is actually correct. So it saved me quite a lot of minutes of self-exploration. I'll give it thumbs up and we'll say that the information was pretty accurate. Thank you, Code Maestro. Let's move on to some other cases. I've prepared them up front, so we'll take a look on some other examples I have here for you. Um, let's think about the case when I'm also trying to understand the existing implementation in the game, and I'm looking for a particular object that is responsible for generating spawning players. So asked that question, and the answer I received actually refers me to a right subsystem in the game, which is player spawn system in this case. And it not just points me at it, but it provides me a relevant code snippet with the most important and relevant implementations from that class with key methods. And I also did a follow-up question asking about a particular thing that I might be interested within that system, I asked about how can I select the as a user, how can I select the vehicle skin? And again, it provided me with the breakdown of particular methods and scripts, and describe the way they are utilized to deliver on their functionality. Again, alongside with the code snippet showing me how it's actually implemented. So that's perfect. Again, I'll give another thumbs up here. Thanks, Code Maestro. Let's move on to another example. Um, let's take a look on something more interesting. Let's talk about the tasks when we actually write new code. Um, I've got another example here that's a fighting game, and my intention was to figure out how I can extend the replay system that is available already in the game with new uh, data to be included in replay, the player dialogues in particular. So previously I've done some exploration, I have some knowledge of the project. I know that the replay is managed by the replay manager. If I don't know that, I can ask Code Maestro. And I know that the dialogues are managed by the player dialogue, but my question is how do I actually combine them and how do I implement that dialogue the user dialogues being replayed during the replay mode of the game? And the answer I provided was an excellent I was provided was an excellent step-by-step guide. I've got the recommendation to actually modify the structure that stores all the replay data. I've got the navigation around the method that would be changed and actually the listings of the new updated methods. A couple of them. So yeah, it was thorough, clear, and actually working step-by-step guidance. So my only work here is to understand what's going on and copy paste test it. Actually, that worked in my environment with no alterations, which is great. Uh, Finally, let's take a look on another example. Let's talk about refactoring tasks. I might be assigned by my technical lead to do some refactoring and optimization for a particular class. So I picked up the CPU controller class and asked how do I proceed with my optimization. So what Code Maestro did, given all the access it has both to the repository with that class implementation and to the architecture information about for my project, meaning the knowledge about the architectural approaches and the naming conventions and coding styles used in this particular project. So all that combined, it ended up with an answer, providing me with general recommendations on what should be changed, and not just that, but the refactor version of the class itself which is listed right here. So this is it. And uh, again, that's saved me a lot of work. I can just actually do that all the time when I am when I'm thinking about refactoring and doing some basic optimization for a particular implementation. Though that's awesome. That's all for today. We took a glimpse of how Code Maestro can assist Unity developers in their various tasks, but definitely that's just a couple of cases. Hope that bursts your imagination. That's it for now. I wish you happy coding.